What's up, y'all? So, news broke out about these two on your screen, Halle Bailey and DDG. So, this is really a continuation of my previous video that I titled More People Are Siding with DDG. If you haven't watched that, I highly recommend you go watch that, then come back and watch this video. But, anyways, I'm about to show y'all some text messages DDG has leaked to the internet to prove that Halle Bailey has been the one who's the absolute monster between the two of them, not him, because that's how everything's been painted lately. And I must say, when I looked at some of these earlier when they first got released, I was like, man, this is crazy. And Halle wants is the one who wants full custody of her of Halo and wants to keep DDG away from him from some for this. It's just a big ball of fuckery at this point. But I'm gonna get into these text messages, these slides. I'm gonna go by them, one by one. So with that being said, like, share, subscribe, and let's go. Okay, here's slide one of them. Mostly Halle texting DDG. So all the gray ones are clearly Halle, and this blue one here is DDG. This is proof. You leave me hanging as a mother. You, she spells a lot of words wrong here, which is absolutely insane. I'm guessing she says you don't step up when I need you to. I'm begging you. I just found out you slept with Lala in Mexico. I don't know who the fuck Lala is, but apparently, this is someone DDG cheated with, according to Halle. I'm going to off myself tonight. My son will not be around for it. I hate you forever. You can have him and let her be his mom. I can't believe you're acting like this. DDG responds. Answer the effing phone. Answer the fucking phone. I'm going to try one more time. If you don't answer, it's over forever. I'm not playing, Daryl. That's it. I just want to be left alone, please. I'm calling for help. I have a knife. Wow. I just thought we'd do what I wanted to do today since it's Mother's Day. But if you really want to go, you can. I'll just go home and pack. Hello. DDG responds. If you don't come back here, I'm going to call the police. I don't want you to do something stupid. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. You have a son. I know you took my gun. Mm. That gun has no safety. You have ruined me and all my happiness. You hang up when begging for help. Why the hell is she putting a J in there? That's crazy. Your only help I used to. God, she spells horribly, dude. And you're focusing on being famous and having money when you don't ever see what's in front. Lord have mercy. How she spells wood with an X. How would you? How could you go to Mexico and be with someone else? How could you openly talk shit about MW or I guess to how can you openly talk shit to about me to all your family and all the women you want to sleep with? You want for you and me. I don't know what you want to ruin me, I guess that's what she's trying to say. And you succeeded. And this is when Halle attacked DDG, sliced his knuckle right there on his thumb, wide open. It gives me deja vu when I cut my hand trying to fillet a red snapper, and I sliced my knuckle on my right hand wide open. That was not a good day. I had to get stitches. I'm sure he had to as well. Yeah, that's about it. And good lord, with those wild text messages, dog. I mean, this is you cannot tell me DDG's the monster. You just can't. I don't want to hear it. I'm not saying the man's perfect. I'm not putting him on a pedestal here. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And then you have people online that really believe that her going through postpartum, and then when these text messages were out, like I don't think she wasn't even pregnant. She had already had the baby. But a lot of women are trying to give Halle Bailey a pass, talking about it's postpartum. Like, that does not give you the right to be this fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. At least not in my mind. But let's get into some of these responses people have been talking about on TikTok about this, and I'll be back with my responses.
Mind my business, y'all. But DDG has filed an emergency request for full custody of Halo, stating that Halle Bailey is suicidal and she's abusive. Also stating she put air tags in his belongings, stalking him, as well as abusing him. He has photos, witness statements, and some more. And he is not fucking around. Oh my gosh. I knew it was more to this story. When that boy said it's in Halle's best interest that we don't go to court, I'm really trying to do this for Halle. I'm trying to be patient with Halle. But he also stated that when they were together, she wanted to abort Halo. She wanted to abort Halo. And said if they didn't get back together, she would abort their child. He said he didn't want to be with her anymore because she was extremely violent, bro. He said Halle is violent. He don't want to communicate with her. He wants third-party communication. He wants them to communicate through a text app, like through the government. He don't want to meet up with her. He don't want to see her. He want her to be in his son's life, yes, but he said he's not doing these games that she's playing, bro. And he wants full custody. Because she is not mentally okay. And the fact that she's unstable, he said that she don't need to be with Halo all the time. This is some shit. This shit is getting way too more. This is way too much. This is way too much. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I'm not happy to see them going through this shit, bro. I'm really not happy to see them going through this shit. But I just knew, the way Halle told her story, I just knew, it's more to this shit than just DDG just, it don't make sense, bro. And I said this shit. DDG was coming on stream bandaged up. This man got photo and video evidence of her abuse. It's not looking too good for Halle Bailey right now, y'all. But I told y'all, you cannot believe everything just because a woman tell you that shit, bro. You can't just believe it just because she a woman. Some women are crazy. And the fact that you putting air tags and all this other crazy shit, oh, that let me know right there, you crazy. You didn't even want Halo, but you want to hold Halo hostage. Yeah, now I really believe this nigga. I really believe this nigga, bro.
And with everything I just showed y'all, and with everything she saw the same thing, the cut, the messages, it is so wild how she had a baby she didn't even want in the first place. And she's going to use that as leverage against DDG. My goodness. Like I said, DDG ain't the monster. He's not the monster. All he wants is just to spend time with his son, man. That's it. He's a black man that wants to be in his kid's life. But the mom is on some bullshit. She is on some bullshit. And for what? Because he doesn't want to be with her anymore. How many times have we heard stories like this if you're a dude? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you have homeboys of yours or close male relatives that have gone through something very similar. They want to, the key word, they want to be in the life of their child that they created with this woman. And she's like, nah. But if they didn't give a damn, they wouldn't give them all this pushback, would they? Would they? Nope. Mm-mm. I don't blame DDG one bit for finally taking legal action. I wish he took some legal action a lot sooner and just been on yo, fuck it. I'm taking legal action. I'm done playing this fucking games with her. He spent too much time trying to protect Halle, in my opinion, because it's very clear that she doesn't give a damn about him anymore. She doesn't give a damn about him anymore. She wants to be one of these selfish single moms, and then want to raise their son by herself, and be like on some, hey, I can do this. I'm strong, independent, blah 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 blah. And then you wonder why this kid ain't growing up to be a productive member of society. It's crazy. Let's go on to the next clip.
Wait, stop scrolling. It was all a lie. DDG was never denied his restraining order against Halle. Halle fans, you might want to calm down a little bit. DDG's attorneys have come out and stated that all this information is false. DDG was given his restraining order against Halle, stating that the evidence that was provided was damning enough to give it to him. Also, she never made a decision on Halle having full custody of Halo yet. Stated that they both will be going into, custody court, and they both will be given chances to present their evidence showing that who supposed to, who should have Halo, who should be able to have Halo. Well, TMZ Shade Room, you guys owe her an apology because y'all false statements had people thinking that she had bias in the court, that DDG, all the evidence that DDG provided, 165 pages, weren't enough for him to get a restraining order. This news is making a lot of people upset. Some people calling DDG's lawyer a liar, and you even have those stating that they don't understand why DDG was given a restraining order when clearly his baby mama was just going through postpartum depression. I really don't know why you guys keep using the postpartum depression argument, but hey, don't got nothing to do with me. What do you guys think about this whole situation?
They want to give Halle an out. That's why they keep using the whole postpartum depression argument. But as it pertains to this, there were some rumors going around, I think earlier today about, or as of the recording of this video, about DDG's restraining order against Halle Bailey being denied by the judge. And then once they revealed the judge was a black woman, everyone was saying, well, shit, DDG's cooked. She's going to have a bias against Halle. But apparently, all the blogs and all the shade rooms, the TMZs, apparently, according to Free to Gemini here, they were all spreading fake news. And all that was a bunch of bullshit. And apparently, he was never denied his restraining order against Halle. So chances are he'll more than likely get it. You know what I'm saying? He'll more than likely get it. And I hope he does. Because for the sake of his own safety and mental health, he does not need to be around Halle Bailey. And Halle Bailey doesn't need to go anywhere near DDG. Because she's been proven over and over again that she's the mentally unstable one. Let's keep it a B. Let's go to the next clip.
Y'all, when it comes to this DDG and Halle stuff, one thing about them dudes, they gonna stick together, baby. They gonna ride beside each other. None of them know how to take accountability. They don't know how to make their friends take accountability or nothing. Like, these messages just came out about her trying to harm herself, and all the dudes in the comments just going hard for DDG. Talking about this, y'all just gonna excuse her behavior. This proves exactly what DDG was talking about. No, it don't. This just proves what the hell DDG was doing to her, and she's reacting. Like, y'all is weird for that. Very weird. Like, hold y'all friends and these dudes accountable. I'm tired of looking at that stuff. Like, every time it come to do with a woman retaliating, y'all always want to go to the defense.
I bet she was jumping for joy when Deontay Kyles went viral for saying what he said. And she's like, yes, these men need to hold each other accountable. That's what she sound like. If I'm just being honest, the messages show how unstable Halle was, because hell, she was barely spelling her sentences correctly and spelling her words correctly. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Are you serious? Like, going so hard for DDG? Of course. He's not the monster in this situation. Oh, she's just reacting, man. I swear, they come up with whatever the fuck they can come up with in the 2 brain cells they fucking have left to defend Halle Bailey. And she is clearly in the wrong. Clearly. Let's look at a few of these comments. Halle cooked with these kind of fans. Making story now. Baby mama's losing it. Shazam. This is the reason he didn't want to go to court. He can literally tarnish how people perceived her. Believe those messages should have been kept private, but she was the one who took legal actions. and abuse allegations. Now he's forced to fight back. Halle is the one who will lose the most because of her perfect image. It's sad. No, she lied on him and tried to end his career. I'm happy he got to tell his side. I agree. I think because we've seen DDG grow up on the internet, it's easier to believe him because we can say that we have never seen him in that type of behavior from him. Halle is, on the other hand, we don't know much about as a person, so we can't read her. Whatever he was doing caused her to react. He made that poor girl so miserable that she didn't want to be alive. Get the fuck out of here.
The text messages that were released today by DDG after he filed his own restraining order against Halle to try to get back custody of their son Halo are genuinely insane. And there's so many of them that show behavior that is simply not okay. Like you have this screenshot, for instance, where Halle is telling DDG, if you don't answer the phone, it's over forever. And then he responds, I just want to be left alone, please. And she responds back, I'm calling for help. I have a knife. Then you have screenshots where she's blowing up his phone with 20 plus messages in a row, saying stuff like, you have ruined me and all my happiness, yelling at DDG and saying, you hang up when I'm begging for help. You're the only help I used to have. And then you have messages from DDG himself where he's trying to calm Halle down with pictures of their son, Halo, saying stuff like, you're going to make him go through life without a mom, question mark. And there are many more texts that can't even be shown on TikTok. But overall, it just looked like their relationship was turbulent and Halle may not be fit to have custody of Halo.
Nah, may not be fit. She is not fit, period. It's done. It's done. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. DDG saved all these messages, and that's why you keep everything. This is exactly why you keep everything, just in case a situation, I mean, God forbid. I mean, I'm sure he didn't want this to happen at all. I'm sure he would much rather, if he could really have it his way, he would have much rather none of this shit happen. And him and Halle are still together, and they're just, just living their lives, every day normal as usual, right? But, that's not the case here. She wants to be done with DDG, and then now she wants to tarnish this man's image and career. At the same time, tarnishing her own image and her own career, because now people seeing her in a different light. And they're all shocked and awed by this because they thought she was this old happy-go-lucky girl, she's one of the good ones. Bullshit. The fact that DDG is going through this and can barely see his own son, and this is the mother of his children. Come on now, let's start thinking. Next clip.
So the DDG allegations and the Halle allegations came out, and I knew it. I knew she wasn't innocent. I knew it because DDG ain't defend nothing she said against him. When nobody from his corner said nobody said a word, they knew that they had her and they had to wait on time. And that's why you get both sides of the story. No, we don't know these people. And hopefully, maybe I do know DDG one day. Not like that, but hey, gangy. Anyway, I think that is just crazy. And then but it makes sense. It really does make sense. Like they both wilding, basically. They both doing too much. And yeah, but I knew she wasn't innocent. I knew it. Nobody is ever totally innocent. I'm telling you guys that right now. No, somebody did something. Mind you, I'm not saying put your hands on anybody, but I'm telling you right now, nobody is ever 100% innocent. Never. So the DDG.
Oh, of course, I agree with her 100%. I agree with her 100% on this. It's what the hell? It is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane, right? Like I said previously, it's a good thing he kept everything. It's a good thing he kept everything. And will this be the final nail in the coffin for #BelieveAllWomen? Because as far as I can see, that shit is dying. The whole believe all women thing. I remember when that shit first took off, and everyone was like, yeah, everyone's on board. Hollywood and all that shit. Remember that? I think it kicked off on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. But I think now in 2025, that shit is dying, and it needs to, because that whole hashtag believe all women, all it is just some, oh, we believe women are incapable of lying. That's all that ever was. That's all it ever was. So because I was thinking like, well, shit, believe all women. If a woman told me the sky's purple, I'm just supposed to believe that shit. Like, come on now. No, 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 no. I'm so glad that this is finally being put out to the light. So I'm not saying that anything's guaranteed for him, but he has a better shot at clearing his whole name. I said in a previous video that I made about these two, I don't think he's the monster, and this is like cold hard evidence. This is all the evidence I personally need to believe he's not a monster. But hey, it doesn't really matter what I think. Everything matters what's going on in that courtroom when that's where it's going to end right there. If he's going to get full custody of his son Haley, which I hope he gets that full custody, because that little boy does not need to be in custody of Halle Bailey. She does not need to be trying to take care of no baby. If that's the mental state she's at, according to those text messages, if I'm a judge, I'm like, no. DDG, you get full custody, hands down, case closed, get the hell out of my courtroom. And that's how I would handle it if I were a judge. But anyways, I'm going to end it right here. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think DDG has enough evidence to, swing things more in his favor, or do you think Halle Bailey's more credible? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Make sure you hit the link in my description as well to support my channel and to follow me on other social media platforms. And until next time, peace.